Y'all problem is not getting money, man. Y'all get money, bro. Some of y'all some hustling mom. Woo! I don't want to cuss, but you know who you is. Y'all get money. The problem is what you do when you get it. You blow it on the dumbness, and then at that you scared to lose it. How you blow it on stuff you don't get a return back, but you scared to buy a piece of Apple, buy a piece of ownership in Apple, buy a piece of ownership in the liquor store on the corner, buy a piece of ownership on the gas station, the Burger King you go to, something. Buy a house, an investment house, not to live there, to rent it out,
Hey,
not to live there. We
can
talking
y'all
about
hear
an
something
investment
in the
house.
chat? Cause I can't hear it.
Y'all scared to do that. Y'all go put it in the bank account, and guess what? They use the money to go invest it. It's not getting money. Y'all get money, man. Start using it differently. That's it.
Can y'all hear me out there? I don't know if y'all can hear me. Somebody just put a 1 in the chat. The market moving. I told you I don't come on here for no bullshit. It's 11:50 at night. A lot of drama going on. A lot of people talking. A lot of people got beef. Right. This when you pull up while the world sleep, and you get to the bag. See, the focus is where it's not supposed to be at, especially right now. So let's get right to it, man. What up, Chat DT? I see the eyeballs. Julio Jones in the building. CX. You already know what it is. Jenny in the building. I post these videos. People can go watch the replay. You know, but I know it's people watching the market like me, and money talk. And money is talking to me right now. It's talking to me. So let me show you what's going on. All right. So when we look at this crypto market, okay, first thing I told you, you ain't see me show no headlines. Ain't too much headlines right now that's catching my eye. All right, ain't too much headlines right now that's catching my eye. What's catching my eye is price action. Right? See all this red shit? See Biz on his mic? See all this red shit? I don't care what it is. I ain't buying none of this. But the whole market is doing it. Right? Okay. Remember we never got into extreme greed. So what could this be? This could be a few things. This could be a fake out. It's faking to the downside to go up. It's probably liquid. They probably done took so much money off the table, right? I want this to come down a little bit more. So I'm well happy to see this. So I took action. Okay. I bought some crypto, and we're gonna get into that. I took action. Now, did I put a lot of money in here? No. I'm waiting. I want to see if it keep going lower, right? I need to have ammo. Because listen, guys, my money is the ammunition, right? You know, this fear and greed. Think about this as human. When you fear something, what do? Run from it. You try to get away. You attack it, right? Okay, in the market, you can't run, right? You lose your money if you run, right? The only way to attack the market is with new money, right? Your money is your ammunition. I ain't saying buy none of this shit. I'm talking about those all meme coins looking like. I'm talking about this right here, this fear and greed index. You see, it's at a 55. It's in neutral, and the market is red, and people are over panicking. This is called over panicking, right? It didn't. It's not enough for me. I wanna when we get over here, I'm gonna be loading big time. But I did buy some crypto right now, and I'm gonna be patient and see if this market comes to me. If not, and it goes up, that's fine. Once again, I'm well invested. And we got JD Vance was at Bitcoin 2025, and I want to show some comparisons to that and let you guys know that it's a lot of people really sleep out here. It's a lot of people really sleep out here, like in daydream, la la land. It's the fastest growing asset in human history, right here. Bitcoin at 103,000, down 2%, right? It's moving fast. 2%, 103,000 is not that, probably a couple thousand. Let me see. Go on a 1 day chart. Let me show you what was happening. Okay. As Bitcoin drops this 2% in market, right? From 106 to 103, couple thousand. All right. Look at the rest of the market. How the market reacts. This is crazy to me, right? Remember, Tether is just a stable coin. Think of that as a digital dollar. Guys, you guys better pay attention what's going on here. You guys got to pay attention. I'm talking about with the world. Like, pay attention to the world. This is a dollar. I told you. This is like a stable coin. It's pegged to a dollar. This is a dollar. In crypto world, this is a dollar. Get that through your head real quick. Because they're bringing all the world assets on chain. This is a better technology. This is the biggest opportunity you're going to see in a long time to grow wealth. People looking at this 103,000 and they saying the same thing that they were saying when it was 20,000. They're saying it's too much. It costs too much. They don't understand what this is. They need to stop playing games, right? This is the most scarce asset in the world. It's Bitcoin, right? I like to make the comparison. When people say to me, what is Bitcoin? I like to tell them it's digital real estate. Okay. So a lot of people say buy land. America doesn't make any more land. America is never going out of style with land, right? I mean, the world, the earth, right? So you buy land because they're not making any more earth, right? That's the logic behind a lot of people saying buy land. Well, Bitcoin is the same thing. You're not making any more Bitcoin. This shit is here to stay. And if people not paying attention, it's sad for them, you know. But I know I got a few people that's watching and they got money on the line, right? Like me, right? I got money on the line. I'm trying to grow my wealth. Sometimes it's time to take a break from. Look at the market. Red everywhere. Solana down 11%, $150. This shit was $175 2 days ago. Pay attention. If you wanted to build a Solana position, grab one. Don't grab a lot. Hope it go down, but 11%, right? I'm moving, money moving. Look at Dogecoin. If you got Dogecoin, I told you this is a gamble, but it's down 17%. Off of the look, pay attention to Bitcoin, 4%. Well, that's 7 days, 4%. Off this 4% in the past 7 days. Look at what it's doing to the rest of the market. This is what you gotta pay attention to, and you can't be scared of this shit, right? You gotta capitalize off this shit. How do you do that? I'm gonna show you what I do. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm gonna show you what I do. Look at Cardano. It's down 13% in a week, right? We got Sui down 15% in a week. Guys, matter of fact, I'm talking too much. I'm about to go buy some more Sui right now as we speak. It's dropping. I like to see this. Chainlink, look at this, 13%. I'm about to go buy some more. I just bought some and I'm about to buy some more. That $3 price target, I like that. If we break below $3, I'll just be buying more. Right? I'm gonna show you how to play this game, how I play this game. Right? Got 15% in Shiba Inu. All these shit is down. Everything's getting smoked. Right? Good. This is what I want to see, right? Because great. Hope it keeps raining, right? I hope this shit goes down here because I got more money that I want to deploy in this market for when it run back up. Because it's just all illusion. It's all playing off people emotions. Stay level headed, right? Stay level headed. Let's go look at my account because I'm gonna buy some more crypto. I just see that $3. I just bought some at $3.30, and I'm gonna buy some more at $3, and then I'm gonna buy some more at like 280. Right? This is coming to me. The market is coming to me. All right. Whoever been watching my live streams, notice that I did not buy when the market was pumping. I had the money sitting in a cash account. You see this USD account? Then I tell you I just bought some crypto. We're gonna look at it too. All right, let's go look at the accounts. All right, you see the transaction. This is today. This is what I did today. Right? When I seen this fucking market going down, I just took a little piece of the money that I got in the cash account, waiting for these type of moments, right? It's waiting for this type of shit. I'm looking for this. This is what I'm looking for. Notice how I didn't look at a news article yet, because that's gonna sway. You read the article, if it's negative, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna hold off a little bit longer, and you ain't gonna do shit. See that price again, I'm gonna buy it. Right? You listen to the news because it's a bad article or some bullshit, and then you're like, oh man, this is bad. And then you sit there with your hands in your pockets. Right? That ain't how you play the game. That ain't how you play the game. Right? Your hands gotta get out the fuck out your pockets. Right? Right? You gotta make action, lights, camera, action. Right? Okay. These are the days where I like to make action in the wee hours of the night. Look at me, up midnight. Because I rock with the community and I rock with the certain people that want to listen to what I got to say. I got to do what I do. This one of them ones right here where everybody's not paying attention. Everybody's looking at other dumb shit. Focus on foolishness. This is when it get your ass right here. These type of shit right here. You know how much money coming off the table right now? They just wiped off billions of dollars. Right? They just wiped out billions of dollars. See, you gotta understand with the market, people are trying to get rich. They get fucking smoked because they use leverage. I don't have it. I'm not using leverage. Right? They get smoked because they use leverage when they think the market going good. They put say they put $100 with 10 times leverage. That means $100 is now $1,000. 900 of that shit is on a loan, right? So if your $100 go down 10 cents, right? It liquidates your whole position. They take all your money. Now that's just on a small. It's on a small number with 100. Imagine if you're doing that shit with $30,000. You put $30,000 in the market on 2-3 times leverage, and then a price swing like this happen. Shit just margin called your shit. Everything they need everything. That's how it happens. And they leveraging all that money, wiping all that shit off the table. And I'm watching. I don't give a fuck about the news right now. Right? I'm trying to position myself. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. Right? While everybody else is scared, you be greedy. So when we looking at this, we see that Sui, I just bought this. Right? I just bought this today, a few minutes ago, like a little bit before I went live. I just bought a little bit of this, just a little play money, just because it went down like 15%. And I believe in AI. I got a story about this AI shit. People need to pay attention to what's going on in the world while they sleep, daydreaming about dumb shit. They need to pay attention. It's fortunes being made behind your back. All right, you got Sui right here. I bought more of that, and I bought more. I bought more. You see my buys, okay? I just been buying. Only today. right? Right? Understand that. When I seen the market drop, I just put a little bit of money in there. Okay. Now, when we come here, we see with my cash wallet, and I got cash right here. I still got $2,500 right here that I can use to buy more, right? And I'm gonna be patient. Let the market come to me. I bought some Sui at $3.30, and I want to buy more at $3, and it's very close to $3 right now. So should I buy more, right? Because that's what I said to myself. I want to build out a bigger position of my Sui holdings, right? And this is that's all it's about. It's not about the money. I'm not talking about no money, right? Where's it at? Oh, I gotta show all. Put show all. All right here. I got 17. I got 1,750 Sui token, right? 1,000 of them are in my staking wallet, right? My staking wallet. I say this a lot. People don't understand. It's right here in my earn wallet, right? These assets that I have in this earn wallet, they earn interest and they pay me for holding them here. So I let them sit here to collect interest, right? But on the crypto.com at Sui has a 1-day unbonding period. So what does that mean? That means if I want my 1,000 tokens, right, that I put in there so I could gain interest on them just by sitting there, right? If I want them, I gotta tell them, okay, unstake these. It's gonna take 1 day for those tokens to get unstaked and put back into my wallet. Then I can sell them or whatever I want to do with them at that point. So it's a 1-day unbonding period. Certain coins got like 30-day bonding periods, 28-day bonding periods, shit like that. So you got to read the terms and condition of your stake, of how you want to stake it. So that's what I did. So those 1,000, I got them in a cut, right? Basically, I hide them for myself. So I got these 750. I need to get that to 1,000, right? So why wouldn't I want to buy it at a cheaper price? The hell with the damn, this shit was just at fucking pissed me off. This shit, oh no. Crypto it's a spread. I was gonna say this shit was just at fucking $3.09. That's what Coin Market Cap showed. So 313 was the low. Okay, this not low enough. I'm not gonna make a move because I bought some at 330, right? That's good enough. That's close enough, right? So when I come here, now we gonna watch this money together, especially with this position, because I'm starting to build it out with a lot of money, right? Got like $5,500 in here because of this movement only. Eyeing it. So what is it doing to my average cost? It's raising my average cost up because I'm buying at $3.30. I bought a little bit at close to $4, right? I'm just averaging in. So I'm not worried about this right now. I hope this shit go down. Then I can build out this. See where it say my balance right here? This is the total balance of the SUI. The 1,000 is stake. Okay, so this is my total balance right here. So I got 1,750. I need to get this to 2,000. Right? I want to get 2,000 SUI token. And then when I get to 2,000, if the price keep going lower, I'm gonna build it to 2,500. You see what I'm saying? I need ownership, right? Ownership is the key to wealth. This top number, this is the key to wealth, the ownership. So I need this shit to drop the price so I could get more ownership, right? So today, the price dropped. So it say I'm down $90. That's just because over time I just been averaging money ahead. I haven't just jumped in there all at once. I don't do shit like that. That's how you get smoked, right? If I'd have jumped all in at $4, I would be down way more than this. Right? I was buying at $2.30, right? I bought at $4. They do like an average. This is my average price that I paid, right? So now that is below that average price, and I just bought some. As you can see, I just showed you the purchases that I made, right? This needs to go down. I needed to get now that I'm looking at it, I needed to go to $2. No, under $2, under $3, I mean. Under $3, $2 and like 90 cents. That'll be another area where I will buy. And I won't be concerned at all, not one bit, right, about the money that I put in here. Because again, I didn't put all my money in here. This shit could go to zero for all I care. I mean, I believe in the investment. I believe in not so much as the investment, guys. Listen, this is a way to flip my money, right? I'm going to use this as a vehicle to flip my money because I know it's a lot of interest around this project. It's a lot of interest. A lot of people be talking about this shit. That's it. That's all I need to know. When the market start moving, where you think the money gonna go? The popular shit. Remember I told you about crypto? It's about like popularity. It's a popularity contest in crypto. Bitcoin is the godfather. That's why it moves. Ethereum is popular. It's a lot of people that some of these are good projects behind it, but most of it is popularity, trend. As last cycle, it was gaming, right? Now people not even thinking about it, gaming tokens. They're thinking about these layer 1 projects. These layer 2 projects, shit like that. They thinking about block real world, right? You gotta know the narrative that you're in. Real world assets, they thinking about that. That's Ondo. I got some Ondo. I think I bought some Ondo today too. Yeah, there you go. Bought some Ondos right here. I need to get some more. I put 200 over there, right? So this is what I do with my money. I don't just talk this shit. I do this shit, right? This is what I do with my money. Why? Because I seen it grow. And I know that this shit gonna pay off if I just be patient and chill. Like, see, this look like music to my ears. The price must have went. It probably didn't even go down that much because I got quite a bit over there. Let me see. Okay, yep. It ain't even moving that much. So we good. If I wake up in the morning and this shit is $2 and some change, like 290 something, I'm gonna buy it. Right? But I'm not gonna buy a lot. I'm not gonna use this whole $2,000. Right? This is free float cash. What happens if something happens in real world and I need this money and I need to take this money out and go pay something for one of my kids, or something happened to my car or their car or something like that? This is still free money right here. This USD, this cash that I got. It was like what, 5,000 the other day. So in a matter of a couple dips, I then deploy half of this, right? So I'm gonna let the market keep coming to me. If it go down to about $2, right? $2 and some change. Let's say 290. I probably buy. I'm trying to get to 2,000. I'll probably buy another 100, right? And that'll put me at 1850. And then if it goes even lower, I'll probably buy the rest. Because I'm telling you, eventually, right? All this low bar shit, this market keep going lower, it's gonna stop. And it's gonna start going up, because I want you to do something. When in doubt, zoom out. Remember the guys that were buying over here? 40 cent. It went up, came down, went up, came down, went up, it's coming down. This could be one or two things. Okay. This could be a longer term downtrend, right? So that means this could keep coming down. It could come possibly down back to these levels. That's $2 flat. It could probably come back down here if it really was fucked up out here. But that would do nothing but make me go buy more. Right? That would do nothing but make me go buy more. Next thing you know, I have 5,000 of these little shits. And then I'll have 10,000 of them if the market keep going low. I don't think it will, but it's just my opinion. Because of the narrative, because of the amount of attention this project is getting. As soon as it starts to make any type of move up, the money is going to start piling in, because people are going to be like, oh my God, Sui's off to the races. As much people been talking about this shit, right? And I'm going to use that just to simply try to double my money. People been saying weird shit like Sui to $20, Sui to $10, Sui to $15. That's all bullshit. Don't listen to that. Double your money. Simple as that. Okay. So we going from $3, $6. If this shit fuck $6. If it hit $5, I could sell half my position, secure my capital back over here, and I'll have as many as I end up accumulating for free. Half of that, whatever it is. So as soon as I double my money, as soon as this shit say $6, I don't care when nobody tell me, oh, it's going to $10. Good. It's going it's going to greed is a sin. It's going to $50. Good. Let it go there. You know, once I double my money, I can then take my initial investment, put it back in my USD, and look for another investment. Right? The amount of time that I'm sitting here waiting for this shit to go to $10, $20 is excessive. So when you see people that's why I don't come on every day. People come on and be like, "Oh, sue to $15." I'm like, "Look, bro, let's just double the market cap first. Can we just double first? Can we just go to $6 first? How about $5? Let me make it to $5 from right here. Damn near double my money, take my risk off the table, and then now I got house money that I'm playing with the same shit I did with XRP. You know, XRP bought these positions. The money I made from XRP, I reinvested into these other cryptos, and now my portfolio is just growing. And you guys can do the same thing. You know, you guys can do the same exact thing. That's why I don't just talk about this shit and just tell you shit. A lot of people don't do this. I come on and show you, right? And show you, look, you could do this. I did this, right? So that's what I've been doing. I need these prices to come to me. This is my portfolio, some of the cryptos that I own, right? Just remember this bone is go along with the Shiba Inu Ando. I need to build this position out more. But again, I've been hearing too much sui. So I'm like, yeah, y'all wanna talk about sui? I'm gonna buy it in the red. I'm gonna buy it in the red, Jack. So these right here, I could sell these 750. I need to make this say 1,000. And then once it get to 1,000, you know what I'm gonna do, right? Well, you probably don't. You ain't in my head. I'm gonna take 500 of these tokens and put them into the staking pool with the rest of them. So I'll have more. And then, you know, as we go on. So pay attention. You know, again, I did not put all of my fucking money in here. Nobody's telling you to do that, right? I'm showing you exactly what I did. I put a little bit of, well, I don't know what people think, but I put almost $1,000 some dollars in here, right? And I still got more ammunition, right? I still got more ammunition to go right here without even looking at the news. I don't care about that shit, right? I'm trying to position myself because it's inevitable. Do you want to know why it's inevitable? I'm going to show you guys something, and I think you should pay very close attention to this. All right. We're going to go here. Uh-oh, the screen went black. Let me get. All right, there we go. We're going to go here, right here. And then I'm going to get to the chat, but right now I'm just talking. We're going to go here. And I want you to see, I think it was July 27th, July 25th and July 27th of last year was the Bitcoin conference. They just had another Bitcoin conference 2 days ago, right? But last year, let's go look at the yearly chart. I think it was July 25th. Let's go look at July 25th, what the price was. Right? While everybody's laughing and fucking joking all day. That shit be crazy to me sometimes. We get frustrated. All right, let's see. July. Right here. Around this area right here. $65,000. This was last time at the Bitcoin conference. Watch the price action, right? Last time, July 25th. Blow this up so people can see it. July 25th. $65,000 of last year. This was the last time they had the Bitcoin conference, right? This year's Bitcoin conference, if any, and I did live stream after live stream at 65,000. I was doing live streams at 30,000, and nobody seems to be looking at this shit. This shit is crazy to me. So when you see this, right? The last Bitcoin conference, we was at 65,000. Today, we sitting at 130, 103,000. And they want to come and turn on the TV and tell you and expect you to believe that Bitcoin is crashing because it goes down. This shit is on a rocket ship going up. Had anyone listened and just bought it, it would be worth more money than now. Simple, right? Now we at another Bitcoin conference. Not saying that the market will be higher, but you need to pay attention to who's speaking at these conferences, right? A lot of people speaking at these conferences that you're not aware of. Do you buy gold? What up, V? No, I don't buy gold because that's a slow moving investment, right? Gold is old reliable. That's the old way of finance. A lot Bitcoin is digital gold and it's a faster growing, it's literally the fastest growing asset in human history. Gold is going to give you returns. Gold is not going to make you a millionaire though. Like gold is a millionaire to put their money in to secure and store their money and keep up with the pace of inflation. That's what gold is for. Like to secure your net worth. But to grow your net worth, you got to get in that crypto market. That's where the millionaires are made. You know. What up, Kodak, General Wallace, Jaren Green ahead, cutting edge in the building. So when you looking at this, you gotta pay attention to this shit, right? Now back right here on this day, you need to see this too. I'm gonna share the screen. Let me stop this one because you know what I found with StreamYards, man. Sometimes if you don't bring that screen down, they won't carry the audio. I don't know why it be doing that, but sometimes it do that. All right, let's go look right here. What the fuck is going on, man? Can y'all hear me? I wonder if y'all can hear me. Yeah, I see y'all moving. Maybe it just took a time for it to load up. All right, look what's going on the screen.
Guests and a lot of our distinguished guests. We have a lot of other people here, and I won't bother anymore. That's because we have to talk about.
I can't hear this shit. I might have to unplug this mic because I can't hear this. This ain't good for me. I need to hear this.
Crypto. We have to talk about Bitcoin. We have
Bruh, can y'all hear me, man? What's going on in here, man? This shit wild. All right. Cut it, Edge. What up, bro? Right. So this what we gotta do, man. Let's pay attention and see what they're talking about. What the Vice President of the United States is talking about here.
Well, first of all, I want to thank. Please, thank you guys. Take your seat.
This shit dumb. What's going on my stream, yo?
Take your seats. And the Secret Service is a little bit nervous because I told them these Bitcoin guys really like guns, but they really like the president, and vice president of the United States too. So I think we're doing okay.
All right, if y'all couldn't hear me, man, I don't know what's wrong, man. That shit was spinning like the screen was spinning. I don't know, man. I guess my thing froze for a second. But if y'all couldn't hear me, what I'm talking about is JD Vance, the Vice President of the United States, was at the Bitcoin conference, 2025. Last year, Donald Trump was at the Bitcoin conference, and 2024, the price was 65,000. Today, it's at 108,000. This conference doesn't mean anything. It's just a way to. I mean, a conference means a hell of a lot, but like I'm not saying for price action. It's just a way to data point, right? Last year, this time, nobody could predict the future and say that Bitcoin was going to be 108,000. If you could, then everybody would have dumped their whole life savings in it. But when it was 65,000, everybody was saying it's too much money and it's going to go down. That's all you heard. Right? Same shit you hear now. People saying it's too much money at 100,000. They're gonna look stupid in the face when it's sitting at $1 million for one Bitcoin. Right? They don't realize that the same reason they buy real estate is the same reason why these billionaires are dumping money into this asset. Why you got the president of the United States at last year's conference. This year, you got another White House representative, J.D. Vance, the Vice President of the United States. Maybe, okay, keyword, future President of the United States, because we already know Trump can't run again, right? So this could be our future Republican nominee. I don't know, because I ain't into all that shit. All I'm into is the money. Where's the money at, right? So I'm watching the United States take leadership roles in cryptocurrency. Man, do you understand what's going on right in front of your face? Stop laughing so much.
So I first have to thank David Bailey. Grateful for everything that you've done for the Bitcoin community. Thanks in particular for what you did for me and the president, helping us get from candidacy to the White House, because we've done, I think, a lot of good in the past 120 days, and I don't think we could have done it without David's support. I want to also.
I agree. Y'all doing a hell of a job. Keep up the work.
Also thank the Winklevoss brothers, Tyler and Cameron.
Your job would be a lot better if you hurry up and get some of these crypto regulations passed, so my portfolio could go up.
These guys are out here somewhere. Who, I got to say, Tyler and Cameron, I think really helped break the dam.
I'm stylish. Got 'em all wild.
That's whack.
Valley, people who I got to say, Tyler and Cameron, I think really helped break the dam in Silicon Valley. Because if you remember, you go back to June or July of last year, it feels like forever.
Hey, V Chance, you're right. It is almost double. Crypto is the now, but people ain't paying attention. Facts.
Would talk about the fact the Democrats had gone too crazy. We had to get Gary Gensler the hell out of there, but they weren't quite willing to say. It had gone too crazy. We had to get Gary Gensler the hell out of there, but they weren't quite willing to say.
He know that the crypto world don't like Gary Gensler, so he say that just so he could get a chair.
But they weren't quite willing to say, at least not publicly, that they were going to take the big step and support Donald J. Trump. And Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, I think they were some of the first big names in Silicon Valley to take that step, and a whole host of people followed them. So Cameron and Tyler, thank you for that. And of course, I want to thank the good people at Coinbase, the organizers of this event, and everybody who made this incredible event possible. It's great to be here with Bitcoin at 108,000, at least when I checked this morning, and as Vice President of the United States. It's great to be here.
What are y'all paying attention to? What are y'all paying attention to? Do you know I said this same exact thing when Donald Trump was up here last year doing this same speech? Where's the disconnect with the community, man? I was saying the same thing. I'm in the same chats. I'm doing the same shit. I'm talking the same shit, right? People come listen to me when I get to talking shit, right? Where's the disconnect? I was saying the same shit. You could have blindly just bought that shit, right? You could have just blindly bought that shit. I wouldn't recommend that right now, though. Don't do that shit right now. Just pay attention, okay? Just pay attention. What am I looking at? Last year, we had the president of the United States talking about Bitcoin, got Bitcoin out in his mouth, right? And now we got J.D. Vance, the vice president, talking about Bitcoin. Say he checked it this morning, but you not checking it. You checking for what? What you checking for? Man, you better stop playing. Your kids need you, man. I keep saying the same shit.
It's great to be here with Bitcoin at 108,000, at least when I checked this morning, and as Vice President of the United States. It's great to be here. Now, you guys know I get to meet a lot of exciting people in my job, but it's been quite a while since I've been to a conference with this level of energy. I mean, hell, you guys came out here at 9 a.m. after a long night, I'm sure, in Las Vegas. You can't do that without a lot of good.
Do you hear this guy? This could be a future president. I think he is. He well spoken. He finessing the crowd right now, but still, listen to what he's saying. And people still skeptical. I hear people say, I ain't doing nothing. I'm scared of that. It need to be this. It need to be that. Bruh, do you not see this shit in your face? You can't see it in your face? I don't understand how. I seen it long time ago. And I was saying it.
Good energy. But I promise I'm not just saying that.
You know the crazy part about this shit? All you gotta do is look at my channel. I was talking about this before the president and all of this shit was talking about this. Before all of this stuff about crypto, I was talking about it.
To juice my own meme coins. But I think it's wrong actually to call this just a conference. This isn't a con. But I think it's wrong at coin. But I promise I'm not just saying that to juice my own meme coins.
All right, what you get from that? He's saying he got meme coins. He might be just joking, but he's acknowledging that he understands crypto because he's talking about meme coins. Those are gambles. Remember that. So he's up there laughing about people buying meme coins and shit because he know that's degenerate. We call that degenerate behavior when you buying meme coins and shit.
But I think it's wrong actually to call this just a conference. This isn't a conference of people. This is a movement, and I'm proud to stand with you here today.
Do you hear what he's saying? He said this ain't no conference. This is a movement. Okay. Position yourself in this movement. Because remember, where you sell it, somebody's buying. Hey guys, just think about owning a house that you could pick up and take wherever you want to take with you and have it in your wallet at all times, and you could leverage it just like a house, right? That's what Bitcoin is. It's real estate is what it is. You're buying real estate in a blockchain. That's what you're doing. And they are taking real world assets and bringing them on chain. And we laughing.
And I think this conference, this movement of people is where the future of cryptocurrency in this great country gets decided. So let's start by making one thing abundantly clear. That future is going to be decided by the people, by you, not by unelected bureaucrats.
Okay. So he said it's going to be decided by the people because he's trying to say he's going to be the voice for the people, him and Trump. They've been doing a damn good job. They passed all type of legislation. It's going the right direction. Right? Hey guys, ownership is the key to wealth, not money. Don't worry about the price. Worry about ownership.
Now, as you all probably know, you've got a star-studded lineup here today, including several of my colleagues in the Trump administration. David, Bo Hester, I know you're all out there.
Did you hear this guy? He said it's several of his colleagues from the Trump administration that's there. Right? So when Trump was here last year, they said it was a publicity stunt. He was just doing that for votes. Well, now he got the vote and can't ever be elected again. And look at what you see. You see his running mate here. They are gonna pass policies in favor of cryptocurrency. I mean, this doesn't take a rocket science to see. Right? The only problem is the emotion in the market. Too much news, too much all this bullshit. No, focus. Because I'm telling you, if it is a news article out there that made the market go down, I don't really want to see it right now. Because if I see it, it might make me say, oh, the market might go down lower. And then I won't take the opportunity when I see it. Right? I just want to take opportunity when I see it. Right? Waiting for the market to keep going down so I can continuously add with my bullets into this market that you see these people on your screen talking about. It's not that I just want to be in Bitcoin. I'm trying to grow my wealth, period. And this is, I mean, can you not see this shit? It's a president of the United States seal on this podium that he's talking from. They put that there just because he pulled up, though, because he the vice president. Secret Service in the building, everybody in the building. And you waiting for what? What do you say? You don't understand what? At this point, you don't need to understand it. At this point, ain't nothing need to understand. Digital real estate. Understand that.
It's great to be among so many friends and allies.
Bruh, they killing me with these ads, man. Come on.
Big ideas
Stop it, man.
don't come easy.
So I want to speak for just a few minutes about a few things, and I want to talk a little bit about what we've done in the Trump administration. I want to give you a rundown of what this administration is doing on digital assets policy, but I also want to talk about some of the principles.
Now, I want to tell you this. It's a reason why I'm playing this right now. Because when he was saying this, the market was going up. Why? Why you think? Because people got emotional and they were jumping in the market because he was saying this. I'm playing it now so you can remember what he said when the market is going down. Don't forget what he's talking about here. Just because you see the market going down, it's an illusion. Understand they trying to shake you out. They trying to take your ownership. They want you to sell. That's the goal. They want you to buy when the market run up and then force you to sell when the market go down. I don't use leverage. You don't see no leverage in my account. You see straight ownership, straight cash, no leverage. I don't use leverage in these markets because I know that's how you get smoked. Shit'll wipe your whole portfolio out using leverage. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I do. I don't use leverage.
That help guide us as we develop this policy. But before that, I want to speak about why I'm personally optimistic about crypto and what it means for the American people. Now, people.
Okay. He said he's personally. Okay, so politics all aside and all that. And plus this man owns some cryptocurrency as well. So he has a personal vested interest. And he's calling the shots. Him and his boy Trump. And we all know Trump got a personal interest. Matter of fact, Donald Trump's sons was at this conference as well, and they spoke as well at this conference. Sons. What does that mean? That means, yo, that's the wave. That whether you like it or not, whether you like Donald Trump or not, whether you like JD Vance or not, it's nothing you can do about it. That is the wave. Period. That's the wave. It's nothing else to talk about. That's the wave. I don't care about your political views, none of that. The wave is they got personal vested interests in this shit, whether you like it or not. They're appointing people and putting people in position so they can get some regulation in this space so they can grow the crypto industry, whether you like it or not, whether you believe in it or not. Time out for all of that shit. I don't know. Well, guess who knows? The people making the decisions. I don't understand where's the disconnect. Why is people attention focused on so much dumb shit and not paying attention to what matters, like your net worth, your generational wealth? You know what I'm saying? That you try to create. The fuck? Unless you already got it, and then what you gonna do with it? Because had they been listening to me, you'd be quadruple right now.
People ask me why I tend to be bullish on the future of innovation in this country. I spend enough time why I tend to crypto and what it means.
Because I know I got some people that might not understand what he just said. When he's saying bullish, that means he think the market gonna go up. That's it.
Means for the American people. Now, people ask me why I tend to be bullish on the future of innovation in this country. I spend enough time in Silicon Valley to recognize the difference between good technology that boosts our productivity, makes our lives richer, that grounds us in the real world and complements our day-to-day lives. That's the good technology, but there's also some bad technology out there. And when it comes to crypto, I think the last several years have made it clear that we're talking about genuine, ground-up innovation, one that's already improving the well-being of tens of millions of our fellow citizens. I believe it's 50 million Americans own Bitcoin, and I believe that's going to be 100 million before too long.
That's the point I be trying to tell people when they talk about Bitcoin is at $100,000. It's too high. Yo, I'm like, yo, they told me that when it was 25, bro. Bro, when it was $15,000, me and my realtor was on the phone and I was like, yo, this shit can't go no more lower, bro. God damn, this shit was at 60 grand. It's at 15,000, bro. He was like, man, they keep saying it might go to 12. Like, bro, well, I'll buy someone and go to 12. I'm gonna buy someone in at 15. This is what always happens with those news articles. They be fucking people head up. You know, they do. They be fucking people head up. That's how they get the money. Notice how it's always a news article to go with the move in the market. And then the news article normally comes out after the market move. The market makers, you got to understand what a market maker is. That's a term you guys should go look up. What is a market maker? They decide the price swings in the market. They use the news to move the market. The market is going to move, man. Because, like I said, last year this time, Bitcoin was 65,000. Trump got finished speaking and went back down to 50,000. Everybody thought the world was going to end. This shit is never ending cycle. Okay? So when I see that fear come in, that's when I start attacking. Right? That's when I start buying. And never give a fuck about the money. Because that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. Because he said this a few days ago, the market was going crazy. Everybody was hyped up. But did you forget what he said, or you so worried about your money? You ain't worried about the ownership. You worried about, oh man, I'm down $50. Oh man, I'm down shit, thousands of dollars. I don't give a fuck. I'm up more than I'm down. It just looked like I'm down because it's red. But if you realize I started this portfolio with $5,000 and you're looking at 39,000 on your screen, just because it was 45 the other day, it don't mean I'm down. I'm still up. I'm up like Chuck. You can see it. That's why I do what I do, and I show it to you. What up, Mel Dub? Machine Fit. I see you in here, bro. It said, what you say, bro? Let me see. It said, they have a great play. Squash the wars, bring troops home just like the streets. War and beef brings no money. Yeah, that's a fact. When we out here having too much beef, ain't no money in war. What up, Jonathan Thompson? Man, we in here talking about money. If you look at, all you gotta do is look at the crypto market. You see why I'm on here this late. Shit, I looked up. I said, "Oh yeah!" I started buying. I went on a buying spree. I dropped like a rack in the market. Not telling you to do that because I got a little extra that I didn't spend all my money. You could just watch the replay and you'll see. What up, Timo?
But it's not just about Bitcoin and about the value that's been generated, the wealth that's been generated by so many millions of our fellow citizens. Through decentralized finance, crypto has.
I want to run this back again so you can understand something.
But it's not just that's going to be 100 million. I believe it's 50 million Americans, of tens of millions of our fellow citizens. I believe it's 50 million Americans own Bitcoin, and I believe that's going to be 100 million before too long.
Yo, how many people in America? Let's see. Let's see the American population. Let me Google that right now. Just America. We're not talking about worldwide because there's 8 billion in the world. That's the last number I checked. Let me see. Total U.S. population. 340 million Americans in America. 340 million as of 2024. And he said it's 50 million probably invested. It means it's about 300 million Americans somewhere asleep. Oh man, it's about 300 million Americans somewhere asleep. So let's just say 100 more million Americans decide they want to invest in Bitcoin. Where do you think the price gonna go once the regulation come in? The people that's scared about regulation and all that dumb shit, right? You worry about regulation, the price still moving. Bitcoin ain't waiting for the United States. Let this set in real quick. This is the truth, whether people understand it or not. Bitcoin does not need the United States. The United States needs Bitcoin. When you figure that part out, then you'll understand, like, yo, this shit is something exclusive. And it is. It'll only ever be 21 million ever made. Why do you think the United States wants to create a strategic stockpile of it? Bitcoin doesn't need the United States. The United States needs Bitcoin. So if that's the truth, that means my children need some Bitcoin. My grandchildren need some Bitcoin. That's what that means to me. Right? What am I trying to do? Grow my net worth tremendously so that way I could buy as much Bitcoin as I could possibly have. And I'm going to use these other crypto assets to do that because it's something called altcoin season, which I think you guys should be preparing yourself for. What up? No drama, no problem.
But it's not just about Bitcoin and about the value that's been generated, the wealth that's been generated by so many millions of our fellow citizens. Through decentralized finance, crypto has transformed how Americans transact with one another. It's expanded access to banking.
Yo, I don't know what y'all listening to, right? He said, what up, Cosmo Jagger? He said, it's transformed the way people transact with each other. Can you see the world before the internet? Then I want you to see the world after the internet. You can't even do nothing without the internet. When the internet was started, people were laughing at it the same way they're doing right now. When I tell you that I called what is this? Xfinity today, right? And I couldn't get a person on the phone for like 40 minutes, yo. It was no people. It was straight AI. The shit was so annoying. I got so frustrated. I had to bot after bot after bot after bot. Then, right, when you say you want to speak to a representative and the bot finally understand you, guess what they do? They text you a link that you can click on, and then you talk to a person through a chat. And then you got to request them to call you. It take like 45 minutes to get a person on the phone. They got AI handling everything. Is anybody paying attention to this shit? The technology is taking over. And the blockchain, okay, the blockchain is the most secure network, man. The blockchain has never been compromised. When people say, oh, Bitcoin got hacked, tell them Biz said, shut up, yo. You don't know what you're talking about. The exchange might get hacked, but Bitcoin ain't get hacked. The blockchain never been fucked up. It's the most secure network in the world. It never been fucked up. The blockchain. The exchange where you go to get the crypto might get hacked. It ain't gonna stop Bitcoin. Nothing gonna stop Bitcoin. It might drop in value. You might hear these clowns talking about it's crashing. What does that mean to Biz? Well, I guess it's time to buy more. That's it. That's it. I'm looking at the Vice President of the United States talking about this. And just remember, America runs the world. And if when our leaders is doing this and our representatives of this country, what do you think the other country going to do? Remember when they was trying to go to the moon? What happened? There was a race to go to the moon, right? They don't want this one, don't want that one to be better than that one and that one. Yeah, boy, y'all go ahead and fight. So now this country need to get more Bitcoin. That country now everybody buying Bitcoin. What does that do for the price? But you talking about it's too high. You better smell the coffee, man. Once they pass these laws, that means these laws is going on for. Do you know Bitcoin gonna outlast all of us? These laws are gonna be concrete. In 20 years, they're gonna look back at these laws like, oh yeah, it's gonna be normal. Right? It's gonna be Bitcoin's just gonna be normal. It's not gonna be nobody to talk about it no more. None of that. It's just gonna be like gold, like normal shit. Where you gonna be? Telling somebody, man, I was waiting for regulation. Huh? By the time regulation come to market up, man, I didn't know, man. Man, I don't trust that crypto stuff. Shit, crazy.
For many who may not otherwise have had it. And every single day, I feel like I see.
Yo, Machine Fit. Yes, they send me another bot, bruh. And right then and there, I just said, yo, this shit crazy. This world crazy. Yo, it's gonna be some. And then when I finally got the person on the phone, I said, yo, they coming for your job. I said, do you know how many AIs I had to talk to just to get you on the phone? Man, all of that shit going digital. And you know what Bitcoin is? It's the internet money. Man, you better pay attention what's going on in the world and then and put your investing hat on and start fucking grabbing ownership of this market.
Some groundbreaking new use of blockchain tech, whether it's in supply chain management, whether it's in hospitals, or whether it's in changing how we track and store patients' private health records.
Guys, man, y'all not listening. I'm not cussing enough, I guess. Yo, did y'all hear what Home just said? Yo? You heard it? Did you just heard that? What you said? The price going down. Prices going down. The market going down. That what you said? I said, did you hear what he just said? He said they're gonna start putting patients' health records on the blockchain, and you talking about you don't know what it is. I'm telling you, you don't need to know what it is at this point. They already did all the research. That's why they want to put health records on the blockchain. Imagine a world where everything you got, everything you own is on the blockchain. Your ID, your bank accounts, your social security, everything is on the blockchain. Do you know how much that network gonna be worth? And you talking about $100,000 Bitcoin? Shh, be worth a couple trillion. Not for one Bitcoin. I'm talking about the total market cap of all the Bitcoins. Probably be worth a couple trillion. It's already a couple trillion, like maybe 10 trillion. And you'll be looking at a $500,000 Bitcoin. And you know what you'll be saying? Man, that shit, that's too much. I'll just be like, yo, man, go put your head over there to sink somewhere.
But for each in store management, whether it's in hospital, blockchain tech, and every single day, I feel like I see some groundbreaking new use of blockchain tech, whether it's in supply chain management, whether it's in hospitals, or whether it's in changing how we track and store patients' private health records. But for each of these new forward-looking applications, I also feel like there's an incredibly value conservative element to crypto technology, and that's as a hedge. Crypto is a hedge against bad policymaking from Washington, no matter what party is in control. It's a hedge against.
Did you just hear me not just say that United States needs Bitcoin? Bitcoin don't need the United States. He said it's a hedge against the bullshit policies that the world make, basically. Because he already understands it's nothing gonna stop this damn thing. It's over with. Bitcoin is going up. It's going to continue to go up. It's just like, imagine being able to buy real estate and you could pick it up and take it with you. You don't got to cut the grass. You don't need no maintenance. You don't got to change the roof. You don't got to do shit. You just own the asset. And the asset takes care of itself. No landscaping, none of that shit. That's what Bitcoin literally is. It's digital real estate. That's how I think of it, because that's the only way it makes sense to me. Digital real estate. It's like buying hotels in the blockchain and you own that shit. And they're talking about this type of stuff. This ain't Biz saying this, what he's saying. This is the vice president of the United States of America saying what he's saying out his mouth, right? But when Biz be like, yo, buy Bitcoin, people be like, you don't know what you talking about. And I'm like, bruh. The richest, the smartest people in the room understand this shit. The dumbest people in the room is the ones that don't understand and are not trying to get any understanding of it. Those are the dumb people. Because it's just going right past your face. Last year, the same time, I was talking about this. You went on vacation, you got all this fucking whatever the fuck you wasted your money on. Just think to yourself. Just go sit in your own brain and talk to your own self. Just talk to yourself and think about that shit. Right? Be careful though, because I think the bull. I'm waiting for one last push up. I'm not wait. I don't want that much. I mean, market could actually go crazy bananas, but greed is a sin. I just want to double my money. I want to turn 40 to 80, maybe 100, and I'm good. I'm be out waiting for the next bear market and do this shit all over again. That's it.
Skyrocketing inflation, which has eroded the.
See what he's
It's a
talking about?
hedge policy making from Washington. Crypto is a hedge against bad policy making from Washington, no matter what party is in control.
Did you hear that? No matter what party in control, who could do what, Bitcoin is a hedge against all that shit. Whoever created Bitcoin is a fucking genius. That's the truth. And they created it to combat this inflation shit that this dude JD Vance is about to start mentioning in a second.
It's a hedge.
What up, Brooklyn lady Ellie? We ain't here. I'm just talking this money talk, the market moving, man.
Against skyrocketing inflation, which has eroded
Real estate. You know, real estate like a house. Yes, like real estate, like property. It's digital real estate. In the digital blockchain, that's what Bitcoin is. This is why these powerful people are talking about it and they're invested in it. Right? It's like digital, like imagine being able to own a piece of the internet, right? And you just own a piece of it and you generate money from your ownership. And you could stake it too. You could I think Bitcoin has staking. You can make profits. Some platforms let you make profits off Bitcoin, just holding it.
the real savings rate of Americans over the skyrocketing inflation, which has eroded the real savings rate of Americans over the last 4 years. And as you all know well, it's a hedge against a private sector that's increasingly willing to discriminate against consumers.
Yo,
As a clinical
if they play
nutritionist,
another
I'm more
thing
than
on
aware of
ad,
how
yo,
difficult it can be
crazy,
to navigate our modern food environment, especially to find
On the basis of their basic beliefs, including their politics.
So basically, can't nothing stop Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin is that thing, is what he just said.
That includes, of course, debanking users for Second Amendment advocacy or for ties to the first Trump administration. In Canada, the government.
Now you hear what he's saying, right? He's saying you can't debank them. Like remember how they did the truckers and how when the virus came around, the pandemic, how they was trying to cut people bank account off and all that stuff. You can't do that. You can't do that with Bitcoin.
Government did the same to kill those big truck driver protests in 2022. Less than a week later, they succeeded. The protests were over. But maybe most importantly, I see crypto as a hedge against one of the most dangerous trends in the digital era in both the public and private sector. And that's of elites who, rather than innovate themselves, prefer to simply take over and co-opt cutting-edge technologies to assert their control over other people.
Man, we about to get paid, boy. What up, LW, man? Salute to the $2. It say ZBEC been running the last 2 weeks. Yo, I got crypto.com. I think you could buy that ZBEC. It's only on certain exchanges, right? It's not on crypto.com. Because I remember you saying that before, and I went and looked for it, and I think it's like on Binance. Could possibly be on Coinbase, too, because Coinbase got a lot of them shit. Crypto.com, they do a lot more not letting certain things on their shit, but that's the platform I got. I use crypto.com.
And I know we believe this in this room. That's not Bitcoin. It'll never be Bitcoin. And you guys are going to make sure that happens.
Right.
But as you know, there's a new sheriff in town because after 4 years of mistreatment and outright hostility led by Democrat regulators, lawmakers in this country have a choice. Will we lead our nation into a future of financial sovereignty, of innovation, and of prosperity, or will we let unelected bureaucrats and foreign competitors write the rules for us? And I'm here today to say loud and clear, with President Trump, crypto finally has a champion and an ally in the White House. He has a to say loud and clear, with President Trump, crypto finally has a champion and an ally in the White House.
What you watching? What you doing? We got you. What you know? Everything that happened in Diddy trial. That's you. Can you not hear this shit? And then somebody say, "I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know." Shit, crazy boy.
And I'm here today to say loud and clear, with President Trump, crypto finally has a champion and an ally in the White House. In our administration, we understand the full potential of the digital assets industry, not just as an investment, not just as a flashy technology, but as a symbol and driver of personal liberty for all our citizens. And we are dedicated to seeing that promise fulfilled. The way that we...
Bruh. And you know what else news I seen today? I did see a little piece of news, but I just try not to let that sway me. I heard through the grapevine that Square is now going to be accepting Bitcoin as payments. You could make payments with Bitcoin. Maybe that's why I had a problem with my Cash App. I'm gonna just chill with it. As you notice, I ain't been saying nothing about it. I still owe V Chance. I owe True 7 and one more other person $10. I'm trying to figure out what is wrong with this damn Bitcoin app. I mean Cash App, but Cash App is owned by Square last time I checked. So if Square probably doing something with their system, I don't know, but I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna make sure those people get their money, because the money just sitting there. I don't spend the money. Anything that go to that Cash App, it just sit right there. Matter of fact, I didn't even look at it in a long time. Let me look and see if somebody send money. I don't be really asking for it. Let me see. I like to give this back to the people. See if somebody sent some money. Shit. No. Nope. Paul Thomas was the last one, May 24th. Shout out to Paul Thomas for that. So no, nobody really sent it, but I gotta figure out how I'm gonna send that Bitcoin to people. Cause that's the chat. That's y'all money, chat. That's the Bitcoin fund for this channel. That ain't my money on the screen. That's y'all money. Anytime somebody send my hit the cash app, I give it all back to the chat. But I gotta figure out how I'm gonna go about forwarding this Bitcoin from now on, because I don't know what's going on with the cash app. I'm gonna figure that out though.
See it. The people in this room are the digital pioneers of the American economy.
The people in this chat are the digital pioneers of the American economy. You heard? Trust. Just think about it. Out of this is what I need to get you to get right, and just think about it and make everything relative. Out of, let's just say, 2,000 people that's consistently over here, right? When I do these when I do these crypto videos and shit, be like 25 people in here, right? So those 25 people, just think about the money you about to make when the rest of those 2,000 start piling in over here and they want to buy crypto. Just think about that. And then, right? Now let's put it on the scale of America. When he said 50 million Americans and it's 340 million Americans. It's like 300 million Americans that ain't got no crypto. So when you're looking at Bitcoin at 108,000, just think to yourself and say, yo, this shit's still a baby. It's literally still a baby. And that's mind-boggling.
And that's why our administration is doing something a little unusual in Washington. We're listening to all of you as you blaze the trail of
LW, facts, man. Beautiful time to be alive. That is so much facts, because your great grandkids, by the time they get a hold of crypto, man, that shit probably be through the moon. It'd be regular then. Just think the internet. Think that shit to yourself. When you think about this blockchain technology, do you guys realize that they are literally talking about putting stocks and bonds on the blockchain, tokenizing that shit? They right now are trying to figure out how they can make the fucking United States Stock Exchange trade 24/7 like the crypto market. That's all you need to know. And if you that scared, don't worry about yourself. Think about your great grandkid that ain't even here yet. Think about that one. When he looking around and he out in the world and he broke as fuck and he's struggling and he looking at the price of Bitcoin, he don't realize that you was alive right now, right? He just know that, damn, man, why somebody ain't buy that damn Bitcoin? Damn, why somebody ain't put that money in that investment? Damn, I wish I could have had some of that. The same way I think about Apple and the same way I think about Amazon when I'm over here like, yo, man, why the hell my mother, what the hell was they doing? Why they ain't put no money in Amazon, yo? When I'm thinking about that shit, Facebook, I was alive then, but why nobody was telling me? Better wake the fuck up, man.
innovation.
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow, and my husband Ryan died when he was 35 years old. When my two sons were.
This happened a few days ago.
The innovators in this room are making.
What up, Fanichi?
Making people's lives better. Innovation. The innovators in this room are making people's lives better. You're pushing boundaries and solving problems, injecting unprecedented transparency into how we do commerce. And the way we see it, you all deserve a similar level of transparency and clarity. And most of all, you deserve respect and support from your government, not bureaucrats trying to tear you down.
I don't know how many times he gonna say support the crypto industry. He's saying it over and over again.
Now, that means a few substantive, concrete steps. And of course, the first and most important of those steps is straightforward. We've got to clean up the wreckage that the last administration left us. And since day one, that is exactly what we've been trying to do. Our administration, we prioritize eliminating the rules, the red tape, and the lawfare that we saw aimed at crypto by our predecessors. We're ending the weaponization of federal regulations against this community. To put it simply,
Bruh, you hear this dude? They about to regulate this market, and everybody is gonna be looking like Bobo the fool. Because once that regulation come in, it's over with. You're gonna be like, damn, and the price movement gonna happen so fast. You talking about big players with more money than me and you and everybody on this app combined. You talking about people like the corporations like Apple gonna be Apple, the biggest company in the world. That shit gonna be able to put Bitcoin on the balance sheet. Google is gonna own some of that shit. Anybody with some sense is gonna be owning Bitcoin once they regulate the market. Where you think the price gonna be at then? And you gonna still be saying, I don't know. Better stop playing with your life.
Operation Choke Point 2.0 is dead, and it's not coming back under the Trump administration.
Yo, and this dude, I could tell he actually campaigning. I bet you he run for president. Because he's speaking about this administration and stuff. He's trying to get the crypto community behind him, and it's well, he don't got to try. They definitely behind him. So shit, that man run. He man, just think about him. He ain't been the president yet. He get in there for 4 years after Trump. Mm-hmm.
And by the way, it's crazy that was ever even controversial. The idea of using the regulatory power of the government to crush an industry and to crush people who espoused a view that you didn't like. It's crazy, but let my words today serve as Operation Choke Point. Let me serve as its obituary. Now,
so basically, he's saying ain't gonna be no more attacking on crypto.
Now, this is my vow to every single person here. You will never see this administration trying to handicap your community or diminish the impact it's had on the economy. Instead, we reject the Biden administration's legacy of death by 1,000 enforcement actions. We reject regulators. Maybe the most important thing that we did for this community, we reject regulators, and we fired Gary Gensler, and we're going to fire everybody like him. And we know that people like Gary Gensler, the game that they played is that under the pretense of consumer protection, they attacked every single effort to democratize our financial markets, and that is over.
Bruh.
A box that says you're the one.
America. And that is over. America. I grew up in a working class family. I believe that America is a place where anyone should be able to make a fortune, no matter where you grew up, what degree you may or may not have. And in recent years, I'm hard pressed to think of a better place to do so than right here in the digital assets industry. Now, our second substantive.
Bruh, I'm listening to this, and it's crazy because I've been talking about this before all of this shit happened, and he's saying this out his mouth. This shit is just like, I'm just sitting here like, bruh. If somebody in my family gonna be a multi-millionaire, bruh, because I'm just listening to what he's saying, and I'm like, bruh, I'm voting for this dude. Listen, man, if you run for president, listen, I'm voting for him. I don't care what his policy is. Did you hear me just say about this market and how many future fortune you can make in this market? And this is what I've been saying. Man, this why I like right here.
Then right here in recent years, I'm hard pressed to think what degree you may or may not have. And in recent years, I'm hard pressed to think of a better place to do so than right here in the digital assets industry.
Me.
Now, our second substantive step.
And you know how much facts that is, what he just said? Is nowhere else. Not nowhere else where you put your money at. Nothing. Nothing. That would have gave you the returns that Bitcoin did. Nothing. Nothing on the face of the earth. And it's not just, it been like that. But they steady telling you not to buy it. Now they telling you that they buying it. But when I was talking about it, it was really like people didn't want to hear about it. This shit is funny to me watching it.
Because we're trying to create a clear.
All right, Al Dub, I see you, bro. Finishi said we going back to gold. Nah, I don't think so, buddy. Think you better watch what you're seeing on the TV. This shit real. I think we going to digital economy. That's what I think. I think they're gonna move this whole shit to digital because they can control it. That's why I think that.
Growth legal framework for stable coins in this country. And I know we've got some solid allies in Congress. Is Cynthia Loomis out there today, or did she already go home? Well, you know, I was supposed to have dinner last night with Cynthia Loomis. We had a little event yesterday, and I looked around, I said, where the hell is Cynthia Loomis? And somebody said, well, she's got a dinner she had to go to. And I said, I'm the vice president. Unless she's having dinner with the president, Cynthia does not have an excuse to skip this event. But we love Cynthia, and I know that she's one of the great advocates for your industry in the United States Congress. Now, I know, led by Cynthia and other great legislators, Congress is hard at work getting the Genius Act passed and across the president's desk as quickly as possible. And that's an important step. It's with good reason, because regulatory uncertainty in this country has pushed way too much stablecoin activity overseas over the last few years. Now, somebody said,
You see why they want that? You see what they do? You see what he's doing? You see what he's talking about? He's saying they making too much money overseas. We ain't making none of that money. They pushing all the business overseas because of these regulations. They need to stop this regulation so we can get our foot in here. I'm listening. Remember, he a businessman. Him and Donald Trump. They talking about the money right now. He's saying, bruh, they pushing all the business over there. Nah, we need to stop that. We need to push the business right here.
Said to me yesterday, activity over uncertainty in this country has pushed way too much stablecoin activity overseas over the last few years. Now, somebody said to me yesterday that Bitcoin has done so much over the last few years with so many headwinds. Wouldn't it be nice to have a government that provided some tailwinds to one of the fastest growing industries in our country? And that's what we aim to do.
All right, for people that don't know what he just said, he said Bitcoin was able to do what it had to do with all the people that's hating on it. Basically, the headwinds means haters, right? So you got a bunch of people hating on Bitcoin, but he's saying that he needs a government that's going to give it some tailwinds, that's going to give it support, that's going to push it, that's going to make the price go up, basically. That's what I want to see. The price go up.
And once the Genius Act is enacted, it's poised to vastly expand the use of stable coins as a digital payment system for millions of our fellow Americans. It'll also protect coin holders and inject further transparency into the market. And let me be emphatic on one other point. In this administration, we do not think that stable coins threaten the integrity of the United States dollar. Quite the opposite.
See, I always keep saying this, man. I believe them stable coins is about to be the new dollar, man. He said it don't affect the integrity of the dollar. People see, are people listening to this? Because people always say it's not going to be nothing that competes with the dollar. Bruh, you got businessmen running this shit. They're going to switch that paper dollar in your pocket that everybody think they got right now. That shit about to come and stink. They ain't about to have no more paper dollars. They're going to have everything on a blockchain, every transaction verifiable. You know what I can really see? A world where they really have full control over you. Because if you think about it, it's all about control. It's all about control. They'll be able to know everything you did. If you really think about it, they're going to do that with or without you. You might as well get a fortune while they do it. Right? You might as well make your life easier while they're going to do this shit, because they're going to do it. I just heard this man say they're going to put health records on the blockchain. So just let that sink in. You ain't going to need no ID. You ain't going to need no ID. They're going to know everything about you. When you tell them your name is popping up. Blockchain. They're going to know your baby records, how many shots you had, all of that shit going on the blockchain. You can't see it though, right? You can't see that far ahead. Trust me. When I was talking about crypto in the beginning, and the president and them wasn't even talking about it, I could see this happening. And it's happening. I could see like, yo, this shit about to be big. I could see it in my head, and I'm looking, and it's happening. You know, you got to be able to think ahead, man. Think out in the future. Don't think about today. Think about tomorrow. You know, you live in today, but you got to think about tomorrow. You know? Let's get through this, because you guys can go watch the rest of this, or it's a bunch of different speakers on here. They had Michael Saylor, Big Dog. He was on here. Like I said, Donald Trump's 2 sons was at this event. Yeah, it was in Las Vegas, but we're gonna listen to a little bit more. And then, like I said, you guys can go watch this at your earliest convenience. But the main reason I came on here today was to show you in live time, when the market goes down like that, I don't just talk about it. I do what I do. I actually put money in the market when it goes down. And I remember what the stuff he said out of his mouth when that market started going down. That's when I start getting excited about all this stuff, because now I see cheaper prices, more ways to obtain more ownership.
In fact, we view them as a force multiplier of our economic might.
Explore handpicked hotels through the edit and unlock upgraded stays with Chase Sapphire Reserve.
Sometimes I imagine
you gotta be
joking. My dear friend Martin. I'd remind
yo, this
dollar peg stable coin.
This video getting monetized like shit.
Particularly once,
and I don't know if this video gonna be monetized. I didn't do it for my money. I do this tonight because I seen opportunity.
Genius is enacted is only going to help the American economy, and it's only going to help the American dollar. So again, we're optimistic that the Senate is able to move quickly on passing a clean Genius Act, and for the House to follow up and do the same. And of course, once that happens, our great President Trump will sign it into law the minute it comes across his desk. Now, when that's happened, when the administration will then fully shift to our third priority, which is to enact a transparent and tailored regulatory framework for digital assets. one that's pro-innovation and fully incorporates crypto into the mainstream economy. And again, I've talked to so many of you over the last couple of days, and the consistent fear that I hear with all the great things that have happened over the last couple of months, the consistent fear that I hear is that there's still this perception that digital assets are not welcome in the mainstream economy. And let me promise you that our effort to change the policy is purely about changing that. We want our fellow Americans to know that crypto and digital assets, and particularly Bitcoin, are part of the mainstream economy and are here to stay.
Guys. Did you hear what he just said out of his mouth? That's why I be like, yo, what is people paying attention to? See, like, it's one thing to know. What the fuck? Shout out to Beautiful One. What up, Beautiful One? Appreciate you pulling up, man. I seen you live, man, but the market going down, man. I had to do this for my supporters because they got money on the line, and I seen the market going down. Shout out to you. Congratulations on your 1,000 subscribers, man. It's such record time. Shout out to DT too, man. I see you with the fight. DT sent $5 twice, man. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all pulling up. But Beautiful One, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Guys, listen to what the fuck he just said, yo. You gotta hear what he just said. I'm telling you, this will change your life. It literally will change your life. This is the type of news you can make action on. Like, you know how you watching P. Diddy news trial and all that? What can you do about that? It's just gossip, right? You're just taking it in. Oh, wow, did you hear that? And then when they sentence the man or whatever, then what? On to the next story, right? Well, these type of stories they don't cover. People don't pay attention to, but you could literally act on this news, right? Listen to what this man just said out his mouth. This is not no regular man that you're looking at on the screen. This is the vice president of the United States of America. You had Donald Trump was here last year. Listen to what he just said. I need to run that back. Damn, that shit sound like music to my ears listening to this.
Things that have happened over the last couple of months. The consistent fear that I hear is that there's still this perception that digital assets are not welcome in the mainstream economy. And let me promise you that our effort to change the policy is purely about changing that. We want.
Okay, so he's saying they have a effort that they want to change the policies. He's talking to the rich people, man. He ain't talking to regular people that's watching sports all day. Who do you think he talking to right now? He telling you, we promise that we trying to change the policy. They want to regulate this industry. And then what you gonna do when you looking and you think, oh man, Bitcoin, damn, I should have bought it at 100,000 because now you're looking at the shit at 400,000. When you realize that this is digital real estate, then you understand it's the fastest growing asset in the world. Nothing, not one thing you could have put your money into the past fucking 15 years. Not nothing on the face of the earth would have gave you the amount of returns on your investment than this digital asset that they keep telling you not to buy. This shit is crazy to me. And I'm preaching this shit and nobody's paying attention. Some people are though. And those are the people that win. The majority of the people, they only want to know bullshit news that they can't do nothing about. Like that type of shit go out of my brain. I want to know what can I do to better my situation. And I'm listening to things like this. Made me a lot of money. Listening to trials and all of that shit ain't made me nothing. Just gave me a laugh or two or a shock feeling or something like that. Right? This is legitimate action you can take. You just got to be calm. You know, you got to take the fear out of it. That's why I come on and I walk you through what I do. And I show you exactly what I do. Hopefully you could feel more calm, right? That's it. That's all you got to do is have patience and be calm. The market is your friend. Trust me. So They coming for to regulate this crypto industry. And by that time, guys, I'm telling you, the price is gonna be way higher than what it is now. He's telling the rich people, we promise you that this is gonna happen. And we want you guys to be involved in this market. When they regulate it, you're gonna have people like Facebook buying it, Apple, Nvidia, Tesla. Tesla already bought some Bitcoin, matter of fact. Elon Musk, he always ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention, man.
Want our fellow Americans to know that crypto and digital assets, and particularly Bitcoin, are part of the mainstream economy and are here to stay.
Now, I guess you can't hear that shit. I guess nobody can hear that shit. I guess they couldn't hear it when Trump was here last year saying that shit. And it was, I guess they can't hear this shit. It's here to stay, yo. And I'm going to say this again. The United States needs Bitcoin. Bitcoin don't need the United States. Bitcoin don't need nobody. All the other countries need Bitcoin. Then you understand what kind of power you have, what the real power of Bitcoin is. The guy in Australia that's grinding for money, he can put his money in Bitcoin and grow with the same economy. The Bitcoin world, right? The blockchain. A guy in India can do it. A guy in Madagascar can buy Bitcoin. And it's priced in US dollars. This is why he said they can coexist. It can coexist. Man, I'm telling you, I think stablecoin is the new dollar, but only time will tell. DT say you've been listening to me and Rodney. You've been buying Bitcoin, silver, and little gold. Bro, I hope I don't know when you started. When did you start that journey? I hope you didn't buy at the highs, but if you did, just be patient, man. I'm gonna show you every day. Trust me, bro. If you losing money, you know I'm losing money.
Now, what do you think the way to do that legislatively? Because again, I hope that our party is in charge for a long time, but nothing is ever guaranteed in politics.
Benici says Tesla is taking a hit. Like, I hear you with that. It say you must not have been listening. They have a solar electric car from I don't know what that means. Putting Tesla out of business. Well, all I see is Teslas running around here. But anyway, is it really putting it out? Is it really taking a hit? You know who it's taking a hit for, right, Finici? The new investors. The people that been investing in Tesla, they're not taking no hit. They making millions and millions and millions of dollars. It's always the late comers that take the initial hit. It's the late comers, but it's a way around that. It's how you put your money in the market. But Tesla looked like it's taking a hit, but if I pulled up Tesla's chart right now, you would look at it and literally see that it's just going up. Right now it's taking a hit, yeah, but it'll go back up.
So the best way to ensure that crypto is part of the mainstream economy is through a market structure bill that champions and doesn't restrict the extraordinary value that Bitcoin and other digital assets represent. Right now, in this Congress and with this administration, we have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to unleash innovation and use it to improve the lives of countless American citizens. But if we fail to create regulatory clarity now, we risk chasing this $3 trillion industry offshore in search of a friendlier jurisdiction, and President Trump is going to fight to make sure that does not happen.
Now, you heard that. They want regulation. They want regulation to the crypto market. Now, the reason why Biz is on here at this time of night, like I said, you guys can go watch the rest of this. This just happened the other day. This is JD Vance at the Bitcoin conference. He was a speaker. You had Michael Saylor here. if you guys really want to know about Bitcoin, I encourage you guys. Matter of fact, let me put the channel up here so you can see. All right, this the channel. It's called Bitcoin Magazine. Just click on this shit and watch these Bitcoin videos while you smoking or you drinking or whatever. Just watch the shit, and that's it. They're gonna teach you all about it. You're gonna learn everything you can. Not just this. Like I said, not just this one. Let me put the channel up here so you guys can see. All right, this the channel. I want to go to the videos, man.
Thanks to the Opera browser, our sponsor.
No, right here. All right, boom. This is what you want to look at. This was the last Bitcoin conference. This guy right here, Michael Saylor, he's OD with it. This dude got the most Bitcoin in the world. This dude OD. He got like 500,000 Bitcoins. No bullshit. I ain't even lying. Well, his company got him, but he run the company. You can see all the different people that was here speaking, and you can learn about it if you just go look. That's all it takes. To go a black guy. Shit, that really irritates me. It's only these motherfuckers. They go holler. Shout out to my man right here. I might listen to what he got to say here shortly when I get off of here. But look, these are the people that was up here. You got Donald Trump's sons was up here. It's just a bunch of shit. Y'all go look at this page right here. Follow this page or look at the page. And like I said, you don't have to just buy anything because somebody says something. So now before I leave, because I'm about to get off of here, let me share this. Let me share this tab again. I'm gonna look and see what the market is doing right now. 3. Make sure y'all can see it. I gotta blow this shit up. Put it like that. There we go. There we go. All right, you can see it now. What did it say? Oh, Burkina Faso is a country. Damn. Pull up the Tesla chat. You will see. Bro, you forgetting who you're talking to. 2 months later, you're going to cry and say I was right. Well, I really don't. I'm not invested in Tesla. So I pretty much don't. I have no vested interest in Tesla to care about that. But this solar car you talking about, I don't know. That might be a good opportunity. But again, Tesla is a big ass company, bro. It could go down in the short term. It doesn't mean it's going to go down in the long term. But let's look at this again, and then we can get out of here. This right here is what is sparked me to come on here today. Is red, right? This is where I'm invested at. This is where most of my concern lies. All you see here is red. This is when I like to buy. This is when I come on here buying a bunch of stuff. All you see on here is red. I don't buy a bunch of stuff. I buy smart stuff. I buy stuff where the narrative is. Right here, this isn't good narrative. This real world asset, right? So I'm over here looking at the real world asset. This is what they've been talking about tokenizing, putting on the blockchain, right? These are the cryptos that you could use to follow this narrative of real world assets. They're talking about tokenizing stuff, putting it on these blockchains. Ondo Finance. This is the one I seen BlackRock buy in. Okay, BlackRock is the biggest investment firm in the world. They back this coin right here. This is one that they've been talking about tokenizing bonds and stocks and putting them on the chain. This shit right here might make me a lot of fucking money. It's at 80 cents. Okay, I might end up. Well, I just bought some, so I'm gonna chill out. I just bought some. Look at this market. This shit is bloody red, and I like it. I like to see this. This is what I like to see, guys. This is when you get your better prices. Look at all this red on your screen. Let me blow that up so you can make sure you see it. The 9%, 13%. The whole crypto market is taking a hit. That's good for my pocket. That means I can buy more ownership because the key to wealth is ownership. Let me see this fear and greed index real quick. It was at a 55. All right. And this is my account. We're going to look at this one more time, and then we're going to get the fuck out of here. This is my crypto account, my little wallet that I got. Right here. All right. As you can see, these are transactions. I just made these purchases. Okay. When I saw this market go down, I just start making these purchases, adding to the bag. Okay. Adding to the ownership. I'm not cared about the price. I don't care about the money. Okay. Money can go down. That's fine. All right. I want ownership. Okay. So now that you see that I'm not just battling, I got 2,500 sitting in the cash balance right here that I'm waiting to put in these assets. I just bought a bunch. Right? So now what am I going to do? I'm going to chill. I'm not going to rush and start dumping money into everything I see like a little ass kid. I understand the market can continue to go lower. Want it to go lower. Okay? And once it go lower, if it goes lower, I will deploy this money. If it don't go lower and it continues to go higher, good. Let it go higher. I won't be buying anything. But if it starts going lower, you will see me start throwing more money at these different assets. These are just some of the assets I own. All right, these are just some of them, and I just want to keep adding more. Right, I want to accumulate more Chainlink. I want to get some of this Ondo, this Sui right here. This is a big project that everybody's been talking about. Okay, this one right here is very popular. It's like one of the strongest cryptos in this cycle. Is this one? All right, and then you got Stellar. This is also another good real world use case token. This is one that I flipped a few times. I made all of this shit that you see right here is free. This little $1,300, this is just free. I don't know why the mouse went away. All right, this Beam token, this is a gaming coin. I just put a little money in here. I'm trying to see if I should buy more. It's under a penny right now. I seen this thing as high as 4 cents before. So if it goes to 4 cents, that'll 4x this money right here. This will turn 4 times. I would only needed to double. Once it double, I'm selling. I'm selling half every time I do that. And this is an AI coin. This coin right here, this AIOZ. And I got a little bit of that. And I'm just, if you notice, you see the smaller positions, and then you see the bigger positions. And the bigger ones is the ones that I got a lot of faith in. This XRP right here, I made a lot of money in this one. And I took that money and started buying more crypto with it. I got this Chainlink. I think this is a good buy right here. If I didn't have any, I would buy. But my average price is like $12 and some change. So I need that to come down a little bit. I need that Chainlink to go back into that $12 zone. If it get back into that $12 zone, I will be picking up some more Chainlink. Ondo is a buy right now, man, I think. But 75 cents, I'll be buying more because I just bought some today. So I'm going to wait. If it goes to 75 cents, I'm going to pick up a little bit more, try to get this to 5,000. Notice how I do this, guys. I'm trying to get the ownership. I don't care about the money at the top, right? We're not looking at this money. We're looking at this bottom part, this ownership, right? I wish they would take the money off here because it fuck with people's head a lot, right? So I need to get this to 5,000 Ondo tokens. So would I want the market to keep going up? If I want to, that means I got to pay more money, right? I need this market to keep going down. 75 cents. I'll probably buy another 250. Get it to say 35. If it dropped to 60 cents, I'll probably buy another 1,000 of them. See what I'm saying? To get, my goal is to own it, not to get the money from it right away, right? It's just to get the ownership. And that way, when the price start going up, just think, if you got 5,000, this is why I do this. If you got 5,000 Ondo tokens, right, and it goes to $1, means you got $5,000. If it goes to $2, that means you just got $10,000. See how that works? So ownership is the key to wealth. It's not the money. The money is what you get from ownership, okay? Anybody that got any kind of money, they got ownership. If you don't got no ownership, you ain't making no money. Ownership is the key to wealth. Do not get confused with these dollar signs. These dollar signs mess you up. Focus on a good project that you want to buy and focus on ownership. Stop worrying about the day-to-day price fluctuations. That's what scares everybody out the market, right? Make sure you're looking at solid projects. You know, these are some of the projects that I invest in. This is not financial advice. You go look these up on your own, right? I like Sui. I like Ando. This Shiba Inu is just a gamble, right? This is money. I don't care. This bone goes along with Shiba Inu. They like it's the same ecosystem. This is my meme token, my gamble play. If it goes up, I'm gonna be rich as fuck. But if not, I'm willing to lose it, right? I'm willing to lose this money. That could go to zero for all I care. See what I'm saying? So, but most of my money is in these solid projects like XRP is a good project. $2.17, right? You got Chainlink, good one. So you guys do your own due diligence. You know, these are some of the top coins that I'm looking at that I'm holding. The goal is not these people. This is why Biz don't come on here all the time because I don't want to steer you guys wrong. These influencers, these content creators on here, not in the sector, I'm talking about in the financial world. They feed off of content like everybody else. They want to push videos out. So they will tell you stupid shit like Sui gonna hit $20, right? And you'll be sitting there waiting for Sui to hit $20. And Biz is telling you, hey, don't fall for that shit. Right? I double my money and I sell half of my shit. So my goal, right, is to buy as much of this shit as I can while the price is low, right? While the price is going down, I want to build up the bag. That way, when it run up, I can sell half of it, take the half off the table, put that back in the kitty, and then I have free. Like what I did, I had 10,000 XRP at one point. It went up from 50 cents to like $2 and some change. And I sold the majority of it, capitalized on some money. The rest of this shit sitting right here is free. This free money right here that's just sitting here in this XRP position. Because I'm not waiting for it to go to $100. You'll see videos telling you that XRP is going to $100. That's not good for people to say. It might go to $100, but that shit not gonna happen overnight. You get it? It's at $2. Use the market for what it's worth. $2. Okay, if it hit $4 or if this bitch hit $5, I'm out of here. Oh, XRP can hit $10. They're gonna keep telling you that shit to keep you to wow. Crow coin going off. What the fuck is going on? I got a lot of crow. This is just this bullshit right here. This is a bullshit crow. I got like 100 and something thousand of these little fuckers. So this thing going up. This is the crow coin is crypto.com's native token. That's this top one you see right here. And I got a lot of that in the staking pool. I put the crow coin in the staking pool. I got a lot of it. I got over 100,000 of these. I got like $10,000 in this damn token right here. This top one. Bro, that's why it's at the top. It's right. Like if I click on it, click on it. Yeah, this my. Do it show my position? Yeah, it do. Right underneath, it'll show my balance. Show you. So this is how much I got right here. Yep, and I just let it sit there, and it cure interest. It's just as the money sit there, the interest just go. Right. So that's one I got. And I be selling it sometime. I buy and sell it sometime. You know, you just play the market, man. You don't play the market. This shit ain't no game, but you know what I mean. So I need to buy some more of this, guys. Where my boy Jeff R, cause he the one told me about this, man. I know he about to be pissed when he see this shit. He was like, damn, bro, you got more than me already. Shit, I don't play no games with these damn tokens. I need this shit to go to 75 cents. You'll see me buy this shit on live on stream. If this shit went to 75 cents, matter of fact, let me buy some just to buy it. How much is it? I want to buy. Nah, I got to stick to my principle. I gotta stick to my principles. I gotta let the market come to me. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. So this how you do it, man. If you want to start a position in something, this is what I always recommend, right? Not financial advice. Say you got $500 and you want to invest in something. You do not put the whole $500 in there at one time. That's called gambling, right? You dollar cost average your money in. So if I got $500, I might put 150 in right now, right? So right now we're gonna kill the bleeding. If this market go higher, I'm gonna make some money out of it. I put $150 in there, and I got $350 in the hole, right? What is that hole for? Bullets. I'm waiting for the market to go down. That's my ammunition against the market. Is my free money, my capital that's sitting on the sideline. Okay, so I got 150 in it. The market go down 10-15%. Put $100 in there. Now you got 250 in the market. You got 250 in the hole. The market go down 15 more percent. You put the rest of the money in there. Now you just average that money in there like double dutch. You know how the girls be trying to time the rope and they jump in that motherfucker? That's how you do it. You know, you do not put all your money in one time. That's suicide. You know, because any low price swing of the market is going to make you so emotional that you're going to act like a baby and sell everything for a cheaper price. You know, so you just want to be chill with it, you know, a little bit at a time. Make sure you have money in your buying power. Don't spend all your money in one place. These are the same rules that everybody told you. But what are we buying here? We're buying good, solid crypto assets, the same ones that you heard JD Vance up there talking about. They say, Biz, why you don't own actual Bitcoin? Okay, I'm glad you asked. The reason why I don't own Bitcoin is because I make way more money with the altcoins. Bitcoin, in order for Bitcoin to go from 100,000 to 200,000, it has to double in market cap. By the time Bitcoin goes to 200,000, Sui Coin gonna be at $20. And I'm gonna make a lot more money in Sui. So if I bought $100 worth of Bitcoin today at $100,000, in order for my $100 to turn to $200, Bitcoin needs to hit 200,000. It ain't gonna happen overnight, right? That's not good for my money. The multiplier effect is not in Bitcoin anymore. Okay, the multiplier effect that you want to see when you invest in these cryptocurrencies is not in Bitcoin anymore. That multiplier effect is in the smaller cap coins, because you got to understand Bitcoin's market cap is $2 trillion. Sui's market cap is, I think it was, what I just seen it. I just seen that shit. It was like $3 billion. You see, I got more potential with these other projects than I do with Bitcoin. If I had $300 million, then yes, I would buy Bitcoin, because it's a more safer investment. You know, it's not going to fuck my $300 million up. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a safe, secure thing versus a Sui token is a new up and coming blockchain. You get it? It's a lot more growth potential right there. I could double and triple and quadruple that money and then sell it and then take that money and go buy Bitcoin with it. You get it? Bitcoin is the godfather asset. Yes. The goal here is to grow this portfolio and take that money and put it into Bitcoin. That's the goal here, right? To accumulate as much Bitcoin as I can with big sums of money. So I think we're doing good on this channel, man. We started this with $5,000, man. And you see what's going on. Why everybody just on here running their fucking mouth. I started this with $5,000 on this channel, and you see it. This is what the crypto market do. Now imagine if I started with $1 million. What you would see right there. Don't worry, I'm coming for it. Yo, they so lucky. I start focusing on this too late. I wish I was focused on this when I was younger, like in my 20s. I will already be a millionaire. You see, that's the thing, man. We gotta teach our youth this shit because nobody's gonna teach them this. Nobody's gonna teach them this. I'm sorry to tell you that. Nobody cares about them. They're not gonna teach them this. They teach them stupid shit that don't matter. My kids go to school and I'll be like, "What y'all learn in school?" I stop even asking them. They come home, tell me, I'll be like, "Bruh, that shit, none of that shit don't matter in life." You gotta know that though to get the diploma. So do you do the damn schoolwork? But none of that shit don't matter. Who give a damn why it was chloropass with chlorophyll and all that shit? Who gives a damn about all that shit? So you guys have a blessed night. You know, I'm up in the morning because the market making moves. And when that market make moves, I like to make moves. Now, I need you guys to pay attention to this live stream, right? And let's see what happens tomorrow. If the market goes down, I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to cry like a baby. I'm going to continuously add ownership, little by little, on the way down. All right? If the market goes up, happy days. Everybody's going to be happy. But this is how you position yourself. All right, guys? You guys take it easy, man. Shout out to everybody. Super chat me, man. I appreciate that. Let me make sure I give you guys that credit. Because I don't know if I missed something. I don't think I missed that much. Got LWDT, beautiful one. I appreciate all of that, man. Shout out to you, beautiful one, for that, man. You ain't have to do that. DT, you ain't have to do that. You already know what it is. And LW, appreciate you, bro. You know you ain't have to do that. You know what it is. So, you guys take it easy. Have a blessed day. Yep, buy the fear. Facts, man. Facts. I seen it, bro. That's why I'm on here. You know, hey, I don't come on live stream to talk about no money for no wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, you guys take it easy. You have a blessed day. Have a good night. I'm about to go into bed and chill. I've made my purchases tonight. I need to put the phone down because if I keep looking at these prices, I'm gonna start buying more. And I need to stay consistent and stay to my principles. I'm not gonna buy any more of this market if it doesn't go down anymore because I just spent $1,000 today on crypto. You know, so I'm gonna just wait. So I holla, man. D Brenson in the building. Appreciate you pulling up, man. You know, and again, if you guys hit this Cash App, this money is for the channel. I do not take this money out of here. That same money is in here. I owe 3 people $30. I'm trying to figure out how to get Cash App to make me send it to them, and I'm gonna figure that out. But don't worry about that shit. The money right there. I leave it on the screen so everybody know. So the count, y'all, that's the chat money. That ain't biz money. That's the chat money. So shout out to y'all, man. Y'all be good, man. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I like to do. I'm a crypto enthusiast that like crypto and crypto topics. All right, man. Y'all be good, man. Shout out to y'all, man.